damn it, Jim. I hate you, Aaron Donald. You're the worst bastard. You too, Todd Gurley. You're the worst bastard. Marcus Peters. Punk. Buckner.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers.
What the hell?
Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. So a very short kicker. This will be taken by one of the
Took his block off. I didn't stop the... Whatever, bro.
So they come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Goff on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Room to run inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, you can see that they're playing off of each other.
Oh, I was trying to get that. I was trying to get that back.
That could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now on 2nd down, this is good. 30 down to about the 27. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Out of the gun. Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the 1st quarter here tonight.
Well, I know from past play game you visualize what's going to happen, and I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And he's going to 4 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
But it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And this is...
Come on, give me the fucking pick! I was right there!
Robert Woods.
I mean, come on, man.
Touchdown now on the year.
You gotta give me that pick.
They're going to take a first quarter lead.
Come on, man.
That makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Fuck. Oh, what is going on with my internet, bro? I gotta reset it.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jared McKinnon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. McKinnon. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Garoppolo looks to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Garoppolo there for a 49er first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
11, 21, 21.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd.
Like, seriously.
They bring him down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the
Ooh, I
pressure?
like that.
Oh, look at the former defensive
Nice
back.
job.
You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can right foot in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. There's Garoppolo to throw.
Stupid. That was stupid. That was so stupid. That was my fault.
His guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Todd Gurley. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 37. A big run there by Gurley. 57 yards on the ground. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the
like, how is he tired on that run, but he's not tired coming back in the game. Like,
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And Gurley
get
here.
the ball. Get the ball. Get the ball. Somebody, what is this? Are you kidding me? Look at this. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my God.
That ball is knocked free, but a teammate comes.
That got to be the worst play I've seen in the game, man.
It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
I don't believe I just saw that.
There's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the
game is broken more than it's ever
been. The
been.
zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
No, I didn't.
Like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This fielded at the 2.
How much is it? Well, would that be enough for you?
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down
the other colors
Yeah,
that we
and
have.
unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Ooh.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
You're going to trust this girl more than the other, ain't you?
11.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Shane Ray in there to drop him. And back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Bradley Pena now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Second and 10 now from the 27. Second and 10. Goff again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And that will be incomplete as well. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Fielded at the 20. Oh, good move. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. This is caught. It's Cooks. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Forced out to his left, and it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun.
Yeah, he needs something like that.
They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, and he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Solomon Thomas in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Zerline. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Screen play, McKinnon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want,
it
but you better
burns when
be
I first
careful.
start,
We
then
can
it
get you
goes
going
away.
back the other direction.
Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster.
I mean, if you don't mind the way it looks, then yeah, go ahead and get it.
To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
13, 13. 11.
Garoppolo now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Shane Ray in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
Okay. Wait, baby.
The Rams, they'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. On first down, it's gone. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Play action. It's gone.
What are you doing? What are you fucking doing?
And he'll get to the 29-yard line.
He's just standing there. This game is fucking broken, man. I'm done with this shit. This game is fucking broken. He's just standing there.
On third down, they've hit 4 of 7.
Like, goddamn, I'm right there. Why won't he get the goddamn ball?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. Oh, he got position on him and he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
I did not call. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me.
We'll be back after
I don't even want to play no more. I don't even want to play no more. This is ridiculous.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down is gone. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
Well, no takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
I mean, this is ridiculous how this game be playing,
It's the
man.
Rams out in front here. They've got so Goff. He'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long. A shotgun snap for Goff.
Oh my God, are you kidding me, dude? Come on, man. How the fuck is he catching that ball?
A gain of 39 that time.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even
This is
bigger
not even fun to play,
Trying
man.
to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are?
It's not even
This
fun to
thing
play.
way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Flush to his right. And a loose football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door jar, 2-score game. So hold on here, not done in the fourth. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 15.
Man, what are you doing?
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28.
Oh, man, you guys are fucking killing me, dude.
120, 180. Go ahead.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. And the Rams got it.
throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
Throw the ball, dog! Throw the fucking ball!
Comes free. It's often unusual.
Hell yeah, I'm going for it.
Lost it to get it back.
You got a choice.
This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And he's gonna go down again. Shane in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle.
Look at this, dude. Give me that goddamn ball.
But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing is they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun. Gone. Sliding up, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Zerline's kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away.
It's
without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been
the more players
to finish this thing off.
Broken the game.
But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in.
I do. I think that he had that.
And got his man complete. And great territory. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
This is Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Now that's a play they're going to be proud of on defense because any 2nd and short situation, you anticipate the run and you want to make the play and stop them from getting a first down. But when you can force them to lose yardage and now put the odds in your favor on defense because now they're going to have to throw the ball.
Throw the fucking ball! Throw the fuck, man! God damn!
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Made no fucking sense.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Akeem Talib.
We can't play. It's
zone 10-yard line. Thought they had something.
I mean, goddamn, you can't do anything on here, man.
But to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific
I gotta
play,
reset my
taking the
router.
ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. He can't get him down. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Man, goddamn, what do you want?
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
I was trying to finish playing
The
this game.
storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0.
Zilch,
9. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
Okay, let me go look at the time then.
So for L.A., they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here.
Okay.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.